The term digital marketing stack has been in vogue for about 3 years now, but not too many people know what it means. Anita Brearton certainly does. She is co-founder of Cabinet M, and welcome to the Language of Business.
Thank you. It's nice to be here, Greg.
What is a digital marketing stack?
So when we talk about a digital marketing stack, we're talking about a visual representation of all of the tools and technology that marketing teams are using to acquire and engage customers. So if you think about today's marketing environment, companies are using upwards of 100 to 200 tools at any given time. So a visual marketing stack, a digital marketing stack, if you would, helps companies track and manage the tools they're using and understand the relationship between those tools.
How does that differ than focused marketing?
So I think focused marketing, such as if you think about customer acquisition through social channels, is one element that would be in the marketing stack. So as you think about constructing your marketing stack, you could construct it as customer acquisition, and under that there would be focused marketing efforts, and customer engagement, and there would be focused marketing efforts. Or you could structure your stack by product category, like email marketing, which again, also a focused marketing effort. So it wraps all of that together into a whole.
Do you charge for the single stack, or do you charge per individual activity?
So one of the great things about our site is that you can do a lot of things for free on the site. So on Cabinet M, you can come to our site, you can search and discover new tools. We have over 5,000 tools on the site, and then you can build your marketing stack. So what we find marketers doing is building the stack they have today, the stack that they would like to have, and then building stacks to keep track of tools that they might use in the future. You can do all of that for free. What we charge for is for team collaboration. So in a big enterprise organization where teams would like to work together on stacks, we charge for that.
You mentioned that one of your prospective customers has been on the site over 100 times. Why have they been there so frequently?
So this was somebody that walked into an environment. It's a billion-dollar shoe company, walked into an environment where nobody knew all the tools that were being used. So initially he was on the site cataloging all of the tools that they're using today. Once they had that catalog in the form of a stack, he could easily see the gaps. And now he's on our site daily, he tells us, looking for new tools and putting tools into buckets, tools that he's going to use in the next quarter, tools for future consideration, tools for specific projects. So now he's built, he's probably got 15 stacks on our site now.
Are your stacks proprietary to Cabinet M, or are you trying to just drive web traffic to your site?
They're proprietary to Cabinet M in that we're the only place that you can build the stacks. But one of the great things is once you have a stack in place, you can share it with anybody, or you can download it as a PNG visual, or you can export all the information in an Excel spreadsheet. So it's all about giving marketers tools to manage and track what they're doing.
You have extensive experience as a judge, mentor, angel investor. How has that prepared you to co-found Cabinet M?
Well, I think there's probably three things that really have prepared me for Cabinet M. One is I'm a longtime marketer. That's where I spent my corporate career. I then spent several years in the startup ecosystem, as you said, as a judge at Mass Challenge, but also running an angel investment group. So I learned all the ins and outs of financing for early stage startups. But I think the most important experience that I brought to Cabinet M was experience running an e-commerce company, when I saw how really hard it was for my digital marketing team to find the tools that they needed. And that stuck with me after I left the company and became the genesis for Cabinet M.
If somebody wants to start a digital marketing company, besides advising them to use your site frequently, what other one piece of advice would you give them?
Okay, I'm going to give two, because you specifically said digital marketing. So if it's in digital marketing, please research the market, because some of these product categories have 40 or 50 products in them, and the market simply isn't big enough for that. So make sure that you're going into a fairly empty space. And then secondly, validate. Validate your idea before you start developing. We spent 4 months validating our idea before we wrote one line of code.
What single company would you like to emulate the most?
We use Salesforce as an analogy. Because in the pre-Salesforce days, we found that salespeople used to track their contacts on Post-it notes and calendars all over the place, right? And the only people that have visibility into a salesperson's prospect list was really the salesperson, and they took that with them when they left the company. Marketing is kind of like that today, and with people tracking products in all sorts of spreadsheets. So in the same way that Salesforce brought visibility and tracking to the pipeline, we're doing that for marketing technology. And they've been really successful. So they're a really good one for us to aspire to be like.
Salesforce has a huge competitive advantage over other same companies in its industry. What do you think Cabinet M's biggest competitive advantage is?
So the competitive advantage we have is as people are building stacks on our site, we're starting to collect an enormous amount of data about what people are using and in what combination. And in the very near future, we'll be able to turn that into recommendations. And so we'll be able to tell you, Greg, other companies in your industry of your size and type, this is what they're using in this category to help you kind of narrow down your own selection of tools.
Anita, thank you.
It was great being here.
Anita Brearton, co-founder of Cabinet M.